Hello. Welcome to Instagram Live on Pornhub. This is 7 Minutes in Heaven. I am your host, Asa Akira. 7 Minutes in Heaven is a show that we've been doing twice weekly where we interview our favorite people, whether they're in porn or not, for the goal is 7 minutes. So far hasn't happened, but anyway, it's just a title. Today's guest is Melodie Perrault, who is one of my absolute favorite artists. I am wearing her shirt today in honor of our interview. I think this one is actually available only at Zoomies. She just did like a cool collaboration with them. And then I have her art all over my house. She does, hold on, that's a ring light. So there we go. Like, how fucking awesome is that? So she does really cool, sexy, sexual, super feminist, super cool art that's just like these drawings with like cool words and stuff. Anyway, you should go check her store out. It's sexystuffforsexypeople.com. Great domain. A girl after my own heart that, you know, I love a good domain. So let me see if she's ready to join us. By the way, her @ is at Melodie Perrault. That's Perrault. If you want to give her a follow. I also posted a bunch of stuff in my own stories with all of her art that I have all over my house. Let's see. And there she is. I'm really excited. I've never talked to her, so. Hi! How are you? Oh, wait, hold on. Let me turn up my...
Thanks for all the words.
Thank you for joining me. I know that you do not do a lot of interviews.
That's not my thing.
And you're more of like a behind-the-scenes kind of person.
Yeah, I choose when I post, what I post, and like, have my personal space.
You are very much, I think, like an artist in that way, where like all of your photos are like self-portraits, but like done really artfully, and it's always like covering part of you or like. But thank you so much for joining me. I love you. I mean, you know this because I
love you.
DM you all the time. But thank you. I think your art is absolutely fucking amazing. Are you ready to do this interview? I have 14 questions for you. Okay, first question. What is one positive thing that has happened for you since Corona times, since quarantine?
Well, I had to come back home because I was driving around California in my van. So it made me come home because I had no other choice. But I'm super happy to be home. I'm actually like grateful to be back home with my friends and like where I'm from. It feels good. I had to do it. Now I'm happy I'm here. So yeah.
How often are you like on the road in your van?
Well, I just got the van because my dogs can't fly. Well, now I only have one dog, one passed away. But Maurice is not allowed to fly. So, and I love to travel, so I got a van just so I could bring them with me. That's the only reason why I got it.
Wow, you're a really good mom.
I love my dogs.
What did you want to be when you were a kid?
Everything. I'm a Gemini, so I have like 65 personality. So I like to do everything. I didn't think that being an artist would be ever possible in my life. So like, I wanted to be a veterinarian.
Yeah.
Yes. And lawyer, I don't know, everything. And then art was just like getting bigger and bigger and like my main option. So I choose that. But yeah.
Every artist's dream, right? Is to like be able to make a living and live off of art.
It's amazing. I'm really, really grateful. Like, I'm happy people like what I do because it's just like.
What was like the, like for you, like did your Instagram just grow and grow and grow and you were selling art that way? Or like was there like one piece that just like like went viral, or like how did that happen?
Well, I was a tattoo artist, full-time tattoo artist, and like people wanted to buy my prints and my stuff. And then I think the I Need Space was the most popular one, the one you showed before. Yeah, that one was like a big thing because I think it was really different from everything you can see online. And
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people got inspired by it and it got really big. But it was like small step and then it grew bigger and bigger and bigger because I only work by myself. So like whatever happens with my Instagram, it's all me. There's no one else working with me. So like it's, yeah, it's between the like the big drawings and like working hard and doing a lot of stuff all the time and
Do
posting it.
you still do tattooing?
Uh, I I stopped tattooing because I didn't like the fact that like my life was booked months in advance.
Ah,
Free, so tattooing is hard for me because I need to be there. I need like on that day I need to be there for a certain amount of hours, and I'm not like that. Like anybody that knows me, they can only text me a few hours in advance and be like, "Do you want to do this or not?" Because I might say no. For sure, I might say no.
yeah. I mean, you have a van. I feel like that's what people with vans are like.
Bird, I just want to fly away.
You can't be managed. Well, if I'm ever in Canada and I'll
Yeah,
text you and be like, "Hey, do you want to give me a tattoo real quick?"
then I will do
You'll
it.
say yes.
That I will do.
Um, what is something about you that people might be shocked to know about?
I'm actually really, really picky with who I have sex with.
That that's shocking. What?
I was in a relationship for 9 years, and I don't know. I don't like to do one nights. I like to have like a special connection with the people I sleep with, and it's just like, yeah, I'm really picky about that.
You know what though? Like you say that's shocking, but like, yes, initially I was shocked because your art is so sexual and it's like just a lot of it's about like fucking or like whatever. But it's also like you're also like a really sensitive soul, I think. I think. And a lot of your art is like not necessarily like it might seem like it's just about sex, but it's like most of it is I would say about like the woman's experience, right? Like the experience of being like this emotional woman
I
who's
guess it's
also
just I'm
sexual.
all naked, and I'm so like I'm good with myself. Some people might think that I'm just like I want to sleep with everybody, but it's not. It's not the case at all. Like you need to work for it. My
Speaking of which, what is the most underrated sex position?
missionary. I don't know why. It's like it's so good. It's really good. It's really intimate, but it's supposed to be boring. But I don't see why.
Totally agree.
I
We're
don't.
like not allowed to say that missionaries are favorite because like then it's like, oh, you're so boring. But it's the best one.
It's the best one. It does
It feels
everything.
good. And it's like versatile. Like you can have like you can be really submissive in missionary, you can like really be a power bottom, you can have really romantic sex. Like it's very there's a lot of things you can do in missionary. And what is the most overrated sex position?
I even do it myself, but the 69. I mean, how do you even concentrate when you're giving a blowjob? And no, it does no.
No.
It's good. I mean, it's fun when you're strong, but I never came. I think in 69 ever in my life.
If maybe it's like a personality test. Like if you come in 69, you're a selfish person. But I actually have the same exact answer as you. Like, because I always say it's so overrated, 69, but also, like, I also do it.
I like to say nice whenever I see 69. I get excited. I'm like, ooh, 69. But then I'm like, don't do it. My pussy sleep.
um, what has been your most useful purchase for under $40? I know Canadian dollars are different, so maybe like, or but you're in LA all the time, so like, what's your best purchase that has been like kind of cheap?
Can I say my Brita? Like my
Your
water?
Brita? Oh, like the Brita water filter? Yes, I have
I
two
think
as well.
ever like I don't know what else to say because my vibrator costs much more than $40.
Cheap water filters and expensive vibrators.
Yes.
That's the life. That's a really good answer though, because I have one too, and same. I use it all the time. What is your ultimate romantic fantasy? Doesn't have to be sexual. Just like what to you is like that would be so romantic.
Um, sunset with my dogs. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I don't. That's a that's a really good one.
Sunset with your dogs. Is this in this romantic fantasy?
My dog is romantic to me. I'm like, oh, I'm melting.
But in this fantasy, is it just you and your dogs, or is it like you, your dogs, and a partner?
Well, I could be a partner. I'm just like, I'm really independent, so I can't think of.
Like, sure, they can join.
Okay. Yeah.
No, that's romantic. A sunset. That's romantic. What piece of current media could you recommend to the rest of us? That could be a TV show, a book, whatever. A movie, podcast.
I don't really like it's summer, so I'm always outside. I really love playing outside and listening to music. So I have a playlist, Sexy Stuff for Sexy People on Spotify. That's pretty much all I listen to. But I really love Jack the Stripper. She writes books. I just read her book. That's one of the last thing I've read. Otherwise, I play outside. I love books.
I didn't know she had a book.
She does. She has a few.
Oh, I didn't know that. Are they drawings or like cartoons?
Want me to show you?
Sure.
It's everything. It's amazing. She's really, really good. I love her so much.
She's for anyone that doesn't know, Jack the Stripper she was actually just in Hustlers.
She was?
She was in the J-Lo movie Hustlers, and she was like the stripper advisor on the whole movie. So like she's a big reason why everything in that movie, like the strip club locker room and all that stuff felt like really real.
Well, that's what her books is about. It's like her experience starting to be a stripper and like the customers and all that stuff. And then she has one. I have a lot of her stuff. I love her. That it's mostly drawings, but like her experience as drawings. Yeah, I love her.
Oh my God, that's so cool to hear that like someone I'm such a huge fan of is also a fan of another person I'm a huge fan of. Like I feel weirdly vindicated. What is the perfect amount of time to have sex? So not like a special occasion, not like just a regular day.
I don't know. I like to do it like more times than the longer time. Like after a while, you're like, okay, can you come now? Like we can do something else and then go back to it. I don't know. Like at one point, my clit can't take it anymore.
Yes.
So yeah, I don't know. I've never counted like time. As long as I come at least one, then we're good.
So you're more about like a lot of short sprints than one long marathon.
Yes, yeah.
I agree. I'd have to agree with that. Even like 30 minutes, I'm like that's kind of a lot.
Fine.
If you could wake up tomorrow morning next to anyone in the world, who would it be besides your dogs?
Oh shit! I was gonna all my dogs in my life. God, that's a good one. Can it be someone I want to kill?
Sure. Like you want to wake up next to them so you can just stab them immediately?
Donald Trump.
Yeah. Okay, Donald. That's fair. Actually, that's a really like selfless answer. Thank you.
I'm not even American. I just fucking hate him.
Well, thank you for thinking of us.
So,
and using your one wish on that. I appreciate it. That's
yeah,
a great answer.
fangirl. So there's no one I'm like, oh yeah, that guy, because I don't know that guy. Like maybe he's an asshole. He just looks good. I don't want that beside me.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, same reason, like, I think it's a really tough question when everyone's like, who's your celebrity crush? I'm like, I don't know because I don't know what they're like in real life. Like, that's such a
That
huge part of it. Um, how do you cheer yourself up when you're down?
smoke weed and masturbate. Yeah, that's 100%.
And you have a lot of art that says smoke weed and masturbate. That's kind of like your slogan.
That's like kind of like my life, pretty much. Like when you don't see me for a few days, that's all I've been doing. That's how I get abs. I think it's part of it, at least.
It's your workout.
Yeah.
How much weed do you smoke in a day?
Well, I've been good lately because when I was driving in my van, I couldn't smoke as much because I was by myself. So, like, by myself with my two dogs, I had to be safe.
Somewhat, yeah.
So, I kind of like slowed down and I've been slowing down, but usually, I don't know, like from 1 gram to 3 grams a day. But now it's like a joint.
Oh,
Angel.
that's really good. Angel, you're basically sober. You're basically a sober version. Um, what is one sex tip that you've learned as an adult that you would like to pass on to the younger generation or the next generation?
I don't know. I think like having good sex start with yourself. So like being comfortable with yourself is gonna make you like come do everything. Everything's gonna be better. So I would just say like look at yourself, get comfortable with who you are, know what works for you down there. Yeah, something like that, I guess.
That's so true. And I think it's like such a shame how late we all learned that.
Yeah.
Like, I can't even believe how much like because it's we grow up like really like ashamed to say things or like even explore our own bodies that like I mean it's hard to like communicate things even like once you do learn you're like it took me a really long time to be able to tell someone like I don't like my pussy eaten that way, I like it eaten this way. Like that's hard to say because we're not raised to.
You're just like you're so into the person and you don't know how they're gonna react. But the thing is,
Yeah,
I love it because you're honest. Like making fake noise and stuff like that, everybody can do it. But actually, like enjoying having sex, I think it's rare and it's something special.
it's true.
Yeah.
It's um oh, and this is the last question.
Yes.
If you could have any question or mystery in the universe answered right here, right now, what would you ask?
I'm really do aliens, so I would like to know like what they did, where they are, whatever, like what's the influence of alien on our lives. I want to be friends with one. Hi. Be my friend.
Come find me. Have you have you, and maybe I'm revealing too much here, but have you seen this documentary called CE5?
I don't know.
Maybe anyone out there has seen it. It's like this. It's a documentary. It's on Amazon Prime right now, and it's basically like I don't know. Like I don't know where I stand on everything. I believe in aliens, but I'm not sure if like I want to meet one. I don't know if I'm brave enough. But this,
Meet one.
but this documentary is like about how aliens have already found us and blah blah blah. And it also tells you how to communicate with them. So
Okay.
maybe it's something you'd be interested in.
I want to be one.
It's called CE5, and according to this documentary, aliens are very peaceful, and the reason like they haven't approached us yet is because, or haven't made themselves known to us yet, is because we are not a peaceful people. Like we, as the human race, like we have war, we have all these things, and we're violent.
Used to wake up next to Donald Trump to kill him, so I don't know. Say like I'm not a good example. Like.
Yeah, but you're killing him for the good of peace, so I think that's okay. That's an exception, I think. So I also want to talk about, so you have this new collection. I'm wearing part of it right now
Yes.
with zoomies.
Well, it's a brand I'm starting. It's called Melodie by Melodie Perrault. Zoomies is like my I'm starting with zoomies because I love zoomies and I want like I guess it was a good opportunity. So I'm starting with them and then it might grow bigger if people love it.
But
Hopefully.
that's like really, that's like so mainstream. Like zoomies is a huge, it's in like every mall.
I know. Well, I'm like, I grew up snowboarding and skateboarding all my life. So for me, doing zoomies is like a dream come true.
Yeah.
Think of any other store that would make me happier than zoomies. So we don't have them in Canada, but I've been to the US many, many times. I've shopped in zoomies before. But yeah, it's like a big deal, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, it's like as mainstream as you can possibly get. But like, I'm wondering, like, did at any point, did they have a problem with like any of your content or anything? Because like, what a lot of your art is like pretty like adult themed, and Zoomies is a store that, you know, like a lot of young people shop there. Like, did you have to like tone it down for your stuff with them?
For sure, I won't do the I need space over there. That's why I still have, you know, of course. That's why I still have my store, my online store, because I can do whatever I want there. Also, the sizes, they're more limited for Zoomies than they are
Okay.
like on my website. I go to up to 5XL, and Zoomies it stop at XL. So for that, like yeah, it's different. I had to tone it down a little bit, but I'm really grateful that they're like open that way and they're okay with what I do because I'm not gonna
It
anymore.
makes me like think so much better of Zoomies actually. Like they're, I mean, they're cool. Obviously, like, you know, I think a lot of like really big brands are really afraid to work with someone who's so sexual, and especially a woman who is like really vocal about sexuality or like open about sexuality and a lot of the stuff you like talk about in your art. So it's like that's pretty cool of them, Zoomies.
Yeah, I'm grateful.
Maybe maybe like maybe I'll like make a sex toy with them next or something. Maybe they'll do like a fleshlight collaboration.
Oh no,
I doubt it. Sorry, Zoomies. We're just kidding.
have sex.
But I want to tell people like where else can they see you? So your domain. Oh, I wanted to ask you one more thing. Your shop is sexystuffforsexypeople.com. Great domain.
Thank you.
Love the domain. Are you like one of those people who like buys a lot of domains?
I know.
No.
I got one for like 7 years now, and I'm happy I choose that one the first time because I suck at it. My name is fucking Melodie Perrault, and that's my handle. Like, if I could go back, I would change it, but it's too late. So it's my name, and that's me. Hello.
What would you change it to?
I don't know.
Maybe like Melodie.
Higher. So I don't know. I don't know.
Just something easy to spell.
I love Steve. They would be just Steve. Steve.
Just at Steve.
Yes, Steve. That's me.
I mean, yeah, I did. I think like one of the first times I contacted you on Instagram, one of my first questions was, how do I say your name? And you were nice enough to send me a voice message on how to pronounce your last name.
Is it happened? Time nobody know how to say my name, and I'm like, me trying to say it in English is really bad. So I'm like Melodie Perrault, but it's Melodie Perrault. It's so different. Like it doesn't sound good.
You know, I actually like. I always wonder, like, don't you think it's weird that we change people's names depending on what language we're speaking in? Like it was just
for you guys.
It's weird.
Everywhere else I go in the world, I say my name as it is, Melodie Perrault. But then I go to America, I'm like Melodie Perrault.
But also, like, another weird thing is, like, I think it's weird that we don't call countries what they want to be called.
Yeah. You
Like,
guys
we're like
go
Germany. Like, why do we call Germany, like, where did that come from? Or even Japan, actually. Japan is like not called Japan in Japan. Like, that's weird. It's not
Japon.
even close. It's like just super fucking weird. But anyway.
Anyway,
Oh, one more question. One more question. Are any of your own tattoos by yourself?
I did a lot of them actually because when I first started, I was 16. I didn't know shit. So I started on myself. I'm gonna stand up. I did the giraffes on my legs.
You did those?
18 years old. And then this old arm was mine, but now it's not anymore because, I mean, they were not all good tattoos.
Your leg you must have done like upside down.
It was, but I had a stencil, so it was
Oh,
fine.
true. Yeah. That's pretty
But
cool.
yeah, I did a lot of my tattoos myself. That's why they do. I mean, it works with me, I think. I did
Yeah.
that.
I love it.
Uh,
My husband and I gave each other stick and poke tattoos,
you did?
and it's like the worst decision I've ever made in my life.
I hate stick and poke. It takes too long.
Oh, so you just use the machine?
I have the machine.
Yeah. Well, you know, I can't get one of those. So I did a stick and poke and it was a huge mistake. The one I did on him is not so bad, but the one he did on me is like, I'm like, you ruined my body.
Ew, I want to see.
It's so bad. I'm embarrassed to show you because you're an actual tattoo. You can't even tell how bad it is in here. Like, it's so bad.
What is it?
It's, yeah.
What is it?
I think people just assume I have some kind of like weird mole. It
No.
says, okay, so it's his initials, SM, and originally he was going to write, his name is Sean, S-E-A-N. So he was going to write his whole name, S-E-A-N, and he did the S, and I went to look at it in the mirror, and I was like, oh my God, just do your initials. And I was like, it's so close to my face.
Why you big here to get that tattoo?
And I had this fantasy that it would be like I knew it wouldn't be good, but I was like, oh, it'll be cute, you know, if it's not perfect, because we did it to each other.
It's not to wake up next. It's not to see all my dogs. It's to have a good tattoo by the one I love. Okay, I got one.
A good one. But you got to get a good one. That's the key word of this fantasy. But anyway, so yeah, that's my tattoo story. But thank you so much for joining me. I hope this wasn't too painful for you.
No, it was fun.
You're wonderful, and I just love you so much, and I will follow you forever. So and so if you want to see more of Melodie's stuff, you can go to sexystufforsexypeople.com. And you can find her at Melodie Perrault. She's tagged in everything we're doing. Perrault. You're right, I can't do it. But thank you so much for joining me, and I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much for joining us. That was Melodie Perrault. I hope I said that right. It is her handle is at Melodie, Melodie Perrault. Her stuff is amazing, like this that I showed you already. And then I have her stuff like all over my house. This shirt is by her. Also, like, this seems, I feel like I'm making this sound like an ad, but genuinely, like, she's just someone I organically started following that I just really love and enjoy her art. So thank you to Melodie for joining us. This week on Friday, we're going to try again with Abella Danger, who was asleep last time when we had her scheduled. So she's supposed to join us Friday. I will text her the day before and the morning of, just to make sure that she's here with us. And then on Sunday, I'm doing an episode of Just the Tip where we give sex advice with a different porn star every week, with Jenna Valentine, who is hilarious. And I guarantee you this is going to be so, so funny. Maybe like this much educational, but probably like this much funny. So, yeah, I'll see you a lot more this week. So thank you for joining me. Bye.